I'm RJ Gottlieb. I've been the driver of Big Red Camaro since 1987. Big Red is the fastest 69 Camaro in the world. With 2,000 horsepower, this beast is ready to dominate the road.
Broke the end off the rear end where the yoke is, and the pinion comes out, the yoke goes on it, snap the pinion.
So we can replace that.
We brought one.
Unfortunately, last run we broke. I have it right here. This is the pinion that broke out of the rear end. You can see it's a heavy piece of steel, and can only imagine the amount of twist it took to snap that off. But you know, when people talk about 1,200 horsepower, it's a lot more power than people realize. And you know, when the tires are on the ground and they really hook up, you know, it's either the car's got to fly or something's got to give. And in this case, it was the rear end that gave, and here it is. Oh, well, that's racing.
That's racing.
With Big Red possibly done for the day, there was plenty of downtime to meet with fans and size up the competition, all while the crew worked diligently to make the repairs.
In the last run, we broke the rear end. We made the fix, and now we're going to try to run again. Air quality is better right now than it was on our last run. We'll see if we can break 220. We did extremely well today. I mean, the first run we did 217, but I'm still anxious to get out there tomorrow because I think we definitely left something on the table. As the driver, I'm very interested in seeing the old bullet motor come out, but the crew is not.
It's probably a 5-hour project to change a motor in that car. The 598, it's physically bigger. It just barely fits in the car, means the headers barely fit. Everything's so close, it just makes it very difficult to work on. It's not easy.
For them, it's all day working in the sun and the humidity out here in Texas. It's not an easy switch. They're not in their shop. They don't have all their tools that they'd like to have. And they, you know, are loath to pull out an engine that's working perfectly fine, getting us to new records, to just put in a new engine that's not as tested and will be difficult to do at the track. So you got both sides of it. But as a driver, I'd like to see the switch.
In the end, it was decided that the risks were too great, and the team decided to keep the monster lurking in its cage and save it for the next event. It's day 2 of the Texas Mile, and the early morning temperatures are leading to a low-density altitude, just what RJ and crew are looking for. And they have Big Red staged and ready to take advantage. While waiting in the staging area, RJ and crew got a grim reminder of the risks involved in high-speed racing, as a modified 1,400 horsepower Corvette had something go terribly wrong. At 200 miles per hour, the driver amazingly walked away from the crash unhurt. But the mood of the weekend definitely took a serious turn.
The turbocharged Corvette that had the big wreck, you know, that was something that, you know, wakes you up. You know, you just can't help it. You know, a guy goes out there, really well-prepared machine, but, you know, they're trying to push the edge, and sometimes they do stuff to, you know, make that trade-off between stability and speed. And, you know, one thing you can do is lower the rear spoiler, just take it off completely, and that gets you a lot more mile per hour, but the car gets you know, a little loose at the end. And I think that may have been the problem he had. I don't know. Could have been mechanical, but you know, it's that balance between going fast and being safe. It's something you always have to be conscious of, and know that, you know, you could be in a wreck like him on the next run, and you have to keep that in your mind, but at the same time, not let it affect what you do. So, you know, that's racing.
The Corvette wreck early in the day robbed the Big Red team of another opportunity to take advantage of the cool, clean morning air.
We missed the morning because this line's so long.
We'll be okay.
And hours later, when the track reopened, Big Red's numbers never improved on the 217 posted on opening day.
Ran 215 with a pretty heavy crosswind and about 2,000 feet more elevation. And that was a good run for the elevation that we were running in. If we would have had that this morning, it would have probably been over 220. So we're going to make one more run later this afternoon just to check some things out. Dave, he's got problems. Dave!
After forfeiting their afternoon run, Dave and the crew try to figure out what could be causing Big Red to misfire.
A rag stuffed in the intake, that wouldn't restrict the air, wouldn't it? Now you're racing with the pros, so stuff like that happens.
With Big Red firing on all cylinders again, RJ is ready to make another attempt at the 220-mile-per-hour mark. After 2 days of battling the elements, mechanical failures, and just plain bad luck, Gottlieb and crew turned their attention to Sunday morning, their last realistic chance to punch a hole through the stubborn 220-mile-per-hour wall.
Tomorrow's our last day, and it's our last chance to get what we want. And not only is it just tomorrow, but it's only in the morning, less than a half a day to really do what we want. We've achieved a lot. It's respectable. The spectators like it, you know, but for me and the team, 220, baby.
Want more adrenaline-fueled action? Then hit the like, follow, and subscribe button. Well, come join us for heart-pounding thrills and high-speed excitement.